Hello everybody and welcome back to another Family Fantasy Football video. I apologize that this one's going out late. The Week 13 games are literally kicking off as I record this, so let's get right into the action.
Alright, we got the Week 11 scoreboard. With Under the Radar and Rocky Top Biscuit being our first matchup, we had Rocky Top just doing that, topping Under the Radar 107-75. Our next matchup is between myself and Georgia and Team Newbie, where she more than doubles my points and has to make a very sarcastic remark in our group chat. We will leave that there. 34 points is the lowest score we've had in this league since Week 8 of 2020, where Claire scored 31 points. This matchup also sets up Georgia for a shot at the playoffs. First playoff berth for her. Will then be more playoff spots than Chris had ever in this league, with one. Unless we count the first year, but that's kind of up in the air. The next matchup is Cooking Up These L's versus Know How V2. We have Chris taking down Nick 107-76. Shocker. We have Apple Bottom Jeans versus Team Gerzik next. Will squeaking out a win against his dad by 10 points, 107-97. And then finally we have the brother-sister matchup, which, am I reading the score correct? 136-63. Holy smokes. I was just talking smack about her not scoring high, and she's doing that. All right, on to next week.
In the first matchup of Week 12, Team Newbie continues to fight for a playoff spot as she takes out a depleted Under the Radar team and beats them 79-65. Next up, we have a potential first-round playoff matchup between Know How and Team Gerzik, and Uncle Bob squeaks out a 99-92 victory over Chris. In the third matchup, we see Claire beat Nick. Do I continue to rag on Nick? He is 0-12. He is having the worst start ever in our family fantasy football history. Of course I do! Claire beats Nick 93-78, and Campbell's Kneecap Soup all but surely punches their ticket to the playoffs. The fourth matchup is also a great one, as Robert's team is getting hot at the end of the season and is playing spoiler and trying to ruin Will's chances of making the playoffs, beating him 118-91. And the last matchup is pretty much a blowout, as Team Matthew beats the 6 years 110-77, and Matthew has locked himself in with a playoff spot. You could not have asked for a much tighter race for this year's playoff push. Claire is basically guaranteed a spot with a 99% chance to make it, but Will, Chris, and Georgia all have a chance, very similar points for, to get that fourth and final playoff spot. A lot of different scenarios could play out there, as Will could lose and Chris could win to give Chris the fourth spot, or Will and Chris could lose and Georgia wins to get that fourth spot. Or Will just needs to win and he has it. Or if all three lose, Will also has it. And then at the bottom of the league, you see three Blakes. All three Blakes who made the playoffs last year, and now they make up 8, 9, and 10. Thank you, everybody. This has been your co-host, Chris Blake. May the odds be ever in your favor as we head into playoffs here. And we'll see you next time on the Family Fantasy Football Update.